The mall at night was dead quiet. Nothing like the daytime buzz. I was doing one last check before heading out. Looked fine. Check. Or maybe not. I'd barely turned when I heard a faint tap, like plastic against glass. I whipped around and swore one of the mannequins had its arm raised differently. No way. Nah, they don't move. I kept walking. Then a louder crack ripped through the silence. My whole body went stiff. I couldn't bring myself to look back. Oh, guys. Hey there. I'm Maris. I run a fashion boutique in one of New York's biggest malls. But I'm not the bossy type who yells all day. People usually say I'm really sweet and gorgeous. Best boss ever. Please, just a few days off. That's Talia, my one and only employee begging for a short vacation. You're ditching me with all this work? Nope. I overheard we're getting a trainee tomorrow. You won't be lonely. Classic Talia. She always gets the gossip before I do. Fine. Bring me back a six-pack Hawaiian hunk. Aye aye, boss. She squealed, hugged me so tight I almost broke in half, then dashed off like she'd hit the jackpot. Next day, I walk in and see the new hire waiting. A guy? And the second I see his face, my heart just about hits the floor. Dorian? Is that you?
Hi, I'm Dorian.
Yep, the same guy who'd one-shot down my clumsy confession in front of our entire high school. And now he's here, in a trainee uniform, under my supervision. Seriously? In all of New York, it had to be him?
I'll be training here for 3 months. Looking forward to working with you.
I just froze, so he repeated himself a couple more times, not even glancing at me. Same distant, aloof vibe as back then. Okay, I'm Maris, the manager here. Just do your job well. My face was burning. Did he really not remember me? Or was he pretending? That cool indifference stung my pride. Fine, if Mr. Coldheart wanted to act like that, I'd make sure he never forgot me again. That very day, Operation Payback kicked off. So, we're a high-end store. Even the tiniest wrinkle is a disaster. Why don't you iron everything on that rack? Make it perfect. Dorian didn't argue. He started ironing awkwardly, even burned himself a few times. I kept a straight face but was secretly cracking up. Then came my special move, the giant mannequins. Don't you think these guys look out of place? Maybe move them over there?
Sure, ma'am.
He went at it like a busy bee. I helped by supervising. Not quite right. Maybe move them back. He paused for a second, eyes blanked, then silently moved them back. That look made me wonder, was I being a terrible boss? Nah, just a little payback. Barely counts compared to how he crushed my feelings back then. A few days later, Talia came back from her trip. I hadn't even said a word when she sprinted over and hugged me tight. Maris! I missed you so much! I couldn't help but smile. My partner in crime was back. Now, we could team up against Dorian. The second Talia's eyes landed on him, I knew I'd lost. Hi, I'm Talia. Been working here a while. Need help with anything? Just ask. Boss Maris is super nice. Never gives anyone a hard time. Dorian shot me a glance and I quickly looked away. Yeah, my recent behavior didn't exactly match her glowing review. Awkward. Things only got messier after that. Talia stuck to him like glue. Dorian, let me help you hang that shirt. You tired? Here, have some water. The more I saw it, the more it bugged me. Not the raging, jealous kind. Just this weird little pinch in my chest. Irritation? Annoyance? Definitely not jealousy. No way. Dorian looked like a guy caught in a vise. On one side, trying to avoid Talia's over-the-top kindness. On the other, sneaking glances at my not-so-friendly expression.
Thanks, but...
It's fine. I made enough for both of you and Maris. I pursed my lips and turned away, hiding my flustered expression. I should be glad I don't have to babysit him. So why does this bug me so much? That night, I stayed late to lock up. The mall was completely empty. Phew, finally done. I switched off the lights and was ready to bolt because those lifeless mannequins always gave me the creeps. Then I heard a faint sound. Spinning around, my eyeballs almost popped out. One of the mannequins had clearly moved. No way. Maris, chill. Just your imagination. Yeah, imagination. I turned back slowly, then came a loud thud that made my heart leap into my throat. I whipped around again. One mannequin had toppled over. Could this be rats? Hands shaking, I raised my phone's flashlight, the beam slicing through the dark aisles. Huh? The storage room door was slightly open. I sucked in a deep breath and pushed it open. Hey! Dorian? What on earth are you doing here? He kept his head down for so long I almost lost my patience. If you're up to something shady, I'm calling the cops right now.
No, please. I was practicing.
You... what? He slowly flicked on the light. The room lit up and I jumped when I saw a bunch of mannequins lined up in different poses.
I was practicing how to greet customers, to stand straight, to smile. I used the mannequins like rehearsal partners.
So...
I'm not good at talking to people. I get embarrassed easily.
So that annoying stone-cold face of yours...
Yeah, I just put it on to keep people away.
For a moment, all my old resentment melted. He suddenly looked so small and vulnerable. I almost wanted to hug him.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't know what else to do. I'll clean it up right now.
Jeez, you're such a dork, Dorian. Don't worry, I'll help you. On the way home that night, I felt oddly light, like a weight I'd carried for years had finally lifted. So maybe back then he hadn't rejected me because he hated me. He'd just been too shy to face me. Mr. Ice Prince turned out to be a shy little bunny. Well, he owes me a proper apology. And who knows, maybe even a confession. In the days after, Talia kept shooting me with these suspicious, teasing looks whenever I focused on coaching Dorian. Try smiling and greeting the customer like this. Yeah, tilt your head just a bit. Makes you look friendlier.
Okay.
Talia finally snapped. Hold up! What have you done with my boss? Give her back right now! Even Dorian chuckled at her whining. Honestly, that tiny laugh felt like a victory. He was already braver than yesterday. Before I knew it, his 3-month training was almost over. He'd be moved to another branch soon. I'm gonna cry every single day! Wait! We have to throw a camping trip for Dorian's farewell! Dorian glanced at me as if I'd decide for him. I pretended to think hard, but in my head, I was already like, oh yes, perfect chance to toughen him up for real. Outdoor activities, baby! Talia went all out. Hot dogs, cookies, marshmallows for the campfire. I'll take care of everything for Dorian. Food, games, even the fluffiest pillow.
That's not necessary. I can...
Nope, you just let me handle it. We arrived late in the afternoon. Talia zipped around with her bag of snacks while I squinted at the campsite map. Of course, the only one who actually knew what to do was Dorian. He didn't say much, just got to work, pitching the tent, tying the ropes, lighting the fire, setting up the grill. Sometimes I sneaked a glance at him, pretending I wasn't impressed. But okay, a tiny bit proud. Everything was ready just as night settled in. The fire crackled, the hot dog smelled amazing, and Talia kept the stories going. Tonight, Dorian laughed and joined the chatter more easily than ever, until a pebble shot out from the bushes and landed in the fire, making the flames flare. A moment later, 4 rough-looking guys strolled out of the dark. They're all smirking and cocky.
Mind if we crash the party? We're starving.
Before we could answer, one of them snatched a hot dog right out of Talia's hand.
If you've got food, you've gotta share.
Maris, they...
Don't be stingy.
I grabbed Talia's hand and running through the options in my head. My heart was pounding, but then Dorian stood up right between us and the group. The firelight lit up his face, and for a second, I barely recognized him.
This is our spot. You need to leave.
They laughed. The ringleader stepped closer. His eyes locked on Dorian with a sharp, menacing glare.
And what if we don't? There's 4 of us. What are you gonna do about it, huh?
The air went tight. The only sounds are the crackling fire and Talia's heartbeat against my back.
I'll report you to the campsite staff, and if you take one more step, I won't hesitate to call the police.
I stepped forward too, holding up my phone with the emergency number ready to dial. The ringleader just scoffed, but they slowly backed off, grumbling and throwing a few choice insults. I only realized I'd been holding my breath once they were gone. Oh my gosh, my 2 guardian angels, you're the best. The danger had passed, but knowing they could come back with backup was enough to make us pack up. We broke camp and headed home that very night. Headlights cut a bright line across the empty road. In the back seat, Talia was out cold, curled up like a kid. There were just me and Dorian. Back there, you were really brave. I'd say your shyness is officially cured.
I couldn't have done it without you. Seriously, Maris.
My heart just dropped right into my stomach. The air felt super awkward. I turned toward the window, pretending to be fascinated by the distant streetlights.
All I could think about was keeping you safe.
I ducked my head lower, feeling my whole face heat up like I was about to melt into the seat.
My family wasn't the happiest. I used to get picked on a lot too. By the time I got to high school, I just shut everyone out, so no one can hurt me again. That's why, that day...
Okay, no need to bring that up. I get it. I cut him off before he could mention that day, the one when I confessed. The car sank into a few minutes of thick silence.
I went looking for you, to make up for it. That's why I became your trainee.
I blinked at him. So all this time, he hadn't actually forgotten me.
So, this time, let me say it. Maris, I like you.
Wow, hello? Am I invisible or what? Both of us froze, our faces going up in flames like two kids playing grown-up and getting busted by mom. Outside, the car just kept gliding quietly through the night. Next morning, Talia wouldn't stop shooting me these sly, teasing looks. The store felt a little too calm with Dorian gone. My heart is shattered. In the end, he chose you, Maris. I spun around and there he was, standing by the door, grinning bright as ever. No trainee uniform anymore. No longer my junior. Talia, we're still on the clock, Talia just pushed me closer to him, still pouting. Fine. But if I'm not the maid of honor at your wedding, I'm calling the cops. I glanced at Dorian. His face had turned a shade of red, but his eyes never left mine.
I was sprinting through the woods, gasping for air. Glanced over my shoulder, just pitch black, but I could feel it. Something was out there, watching, chasing me. A flash of movement at the corner of my eye. There it was, darting between the trees, then perched on a branch up ahead, its glowing eyes locked on me under the pale moonlight. Who's there? I am not scared. I know karate, No answer. What do you want from me? I tripped over a root, face planting into the ground. It had vanished. I scrambled to my feet. Gotta get out of here, and fast. Suddenly, chills crept down my spine. I could feel it behind me without even turning around. I tried to scream, but the sound got stuck in my throat as cold breath brushed the back of my neck. No, please! Then, a sharp, burning sting hit my neck. My vision blurred, my knees buckled, and everything faded to black. 18 hours earlier. I was slapping some jam on toast, rushing because the school bus would be here any second. Jam and bread are getting so dang expensive these days. Did I pack my biology book? Wait, maybe I already did. Did you even hear me? Your tuition's going up again. I swear, they're squeezing the life out of me. I don't even know why I'm paying for all this nonsense. I'm sorry, Aunt Martha. I promise when I graduate, I'll get a job and pay back every penny you spent on me. You won't have to worry about me anymore. You better. I'm not planning on dealing with you forever, I choked down my dry toast and dashed out the door after saying goodbye. Oh, hey there. I'm Olivia. I've been putting up with Aunt Martha's nagging ever since my parents passed away years ago. I hopped on the school bus, found my usual seat, and stared out the window. The sky over Transylvania was all gray, with the mountains peeking through in the distance. This place was soaked in legends about vampires and supernatural stuff. Of course, I never bought into any of that. Another day of endless classes finally ended when the bell rang. I made my way to my locker, and as I fumbled with the lock, a friend bounced over, beaming. Hey, Olivia! You've got to come to the party tonight! It's up on the mountain, right behind the school! There'll be a ton of these before Halloween! Don't miss out! Before I could respond, she shoved a flyer into my hand and dashed off to join her friends. Mountain party tonight. Don't miss the fun before Halloween, where the creatures of the night come out to play. Sounded fun. I decided I'd wear my favorite dress tonight. Party season, here we come! I arrived at the party, lights twinkling everywhere. Everyone was already there chatting and laughing. As I got closer, a few heads turned, and I could hear whispers spreading through the crowd. My friend from earlier ran up on me. Oh my gosh, you look amazing! Thanks. I joined the group and they started chatting with people I've never really hung out with before. Turns out they were super nice and fun. I was so glad I came tonight. Then my phone buzzed in my pocket. Aunt Martha's name flashed on the screen. I had to step away to answer.
Olivia, where on earth are you?
I'm out, just doing some stuff. What's up?
I'm hungry and there's nothing left in the fridge. Get home and make dinner now.
Can't you just buy?
I don't have time to argue with you. Get home now!
She hung up, leaving me standing there with the phone still pressed to my ear. Guess it's time to turn back into Cinderella. I was ready to tell my friends I'd have to leave early, but suddenly, a cold gust blew through the trees, sending shivers down my spine. The temperature dropped instantly. I glanced around, feeling like someone was watching me from the shadows. Not far away, the party plunged into chaos as every light blinked out. Something deep inside me screamed, urging me to run for my life. I woke up in my familiar bedroom, but something felt different. Everything was sharper and clearer. I could hear the engine of a car passing down the street and even the soft flutter of a moth trapped in the ceiling light. I looked toward the window and my eyes locked onto something on the mountain in the distance, way farther than I should have been able to see. A deer standing on a rock ledge. A strange urge surged inside me. I was thirsty and hungry. Without thinking, I darted toward the window at an impossible speed. Ouch! What the? The moment sunlight hit my skin through the glass, a searing pain shot through me like 1,000 needles stabbing all at once. I stared at my hand, but the pain disappeared as quickly as it had come. The deer was gone. What just happened? Why did sunlight hurt so much?
Olivia!
Aunt Martha stormed into my room without knocking, her face red with rage.
I cannot believe you! I found you passed out on the porch last night after God knows what kind of craziness! What were you thinking getting that wasted?
I stared at her, barely hearing a word she said. My eyes fixated on the pulse in her neck, the blood flowing just beneath the surface. A fierce hunger hit me, twisting my stomach into knots. I clapped my hand over my mouth and turned away.
If you puke, you better clean it up!
When she finally left, I could breathe again. My phone buzzed with a notification from the school forum. Halloween party next week. Don't forget your vampire costumes. Vampires. The word made me freeze. All the signs were there. Heightened senses, fear of sunlight, and bloodlust. If this was real, my life as I knew it was over. I was bitten that night and turned into something else. Something monstrous. I had to find the one who did this to me, no matter what. Later that week, with the sky overcast, I slipped into class and quietly took my seat. I tried to act normal, even though every little sound felt like it was exploding in my ears. I buried myself in a book, trying to distract myself from the gnawing hunger with all these humans around me. Hey there! I looked up startled and saw the girl from the party, but she looked different now. More fierce, I guess? Sorry, I'm busy. I stood up quickly, but before I could leave, a heavy grip clamped down on my shoulder. She was fast, too fast for a normal person. I stared at her in shock, but she just gave me this sly, knowing smirk. You don't have to hide. We're the same, you know. The girl named Celine led me to a quiet spot behind the school. While I was still in shock at the revelation, she was a vampire too. But I was turned that night too. So you don't know who did this to us? She didn't answer, just stared off into the distance. Don't separate yourself. That'll only make you stand out as a vampire. Here, wear this amethyst bracelet. It'll keep you from burning in the sunlight. Why are you helping me? Aren't we in the same boat now? She was right. You're strong, Olivia. Really strong. That's a power not every vampire has. You know that, right? I blinked, remembering how I'd accidentally shattered the bathroom mirror with just a glance. Was I really more special than other vampires? In the days that followed, Celine taught me how to control my new instincts and powers, and we quickly became close. One afternoon, as we sat talking in the courtyard, a sudden chill crawled down my spine. But it was just a guy with dark hair and piercing blue eyes. I couldn't take my eyes off him. He was undeniably gorgeous. Oh my gosh, he's coming this way. What do I do, Celine? Wait, when did she disappear?
Mind if I sit here?
Sure, go ahead. My nerves instantly made me forget all my current worries.
I just moved here today. I'm Ethan.
Olivia, I can show you around.
No need. I just want to stay near you.
Huh?
I'm trying to avoid the bullies around here, you know? Walking alone makes you an easy target.
Oh, right. Well, with my superhuman strength now, I could easily protect him without breaking a sweat. But I needed to keep my powers hidden. As we talked, I found myself getting more and more drawn to him. Surprisingly, when I was around Ethan, I felt calm, like I didn't have to fight back the bloodlust. Could my feelings for him be growing so strong that I didn't want to hurt him? No, stop. Ethan is human. I can't let myself fall into this messy love. Later that day, I had to attend anatomy class, my worst nightmare ever since becoming a vampire. I sat in the back, as far from the specimens as possible, trying to keep my head down, fists clenched in my lap, trembling. As the teacher went over the muscle groups, I couldn't take it anymore. My fangs were about to extend. I glanced quickly at Ethan. His eyes flicked towards mine, but his expression was unreadable. Calm, almost emotionless, like he was watching me fall apart. I need to go! Not waiting for permission, I stood up so fast that I knocked my chair over and dashed out. I found a secluded corner behind the storage cabinets, trying to catch my breath. Ethan's cold gaze scared me. If he knew the truth, would he be disgusted by me? Olivia! I whipped around to see Celine standing a few feet away. She had appeared so silently, like a ghost materializing out of thin air. You can't lose control like that! Not here! Celine led me up to the mountain behind the school. I hadn't been back to this place since that terrifying night. We finally stopped at a clearing where a small wooden cabin stood. This is my place. It's far from everyone. Then she pointed deeper into the forest. You can hunt here as much as you need. Plenty of wildlife, whatever you need to quench your thirst. I closed my eyes and tuned into every movement, a rabbit hopping nearby or a deer on the far side of the mountain. Then I sensed a rival presence, a tiger also stalking that deer. But I snapped out of it. I couldn't hunt like some predator. I don't want to be like this. This is the best way to satisfy your hunger and to grow stronger. The thought of it made my skin crawl the whole way back home. I barely noticed Ethan until I was just a few steps away from him. He smiled at me like he could read the chaos I was trying to hide.
I ran over to check on you. You left in the middle of class.
You shouldn't be here. I'm fine. You don't need to worry about me.
Don't do that, Olivia.
Ethan stepped in front of me, blocking my way into the house. I needed to do something to end this complicated relationship once and for all. I grabbed his shoulders and shoved him hard, sending him to the ground. You don't understand. I'm dangerous. That's it. Just go! Without looking back, I slammed the door and collapsed. It was a while before I heard him walk away. As much as I wanted to call him back, I knew I couldn't. That night, as I lay in bed, the memories of being bitten resurfaced in my mind. Everything had happened so fast, but the more I thought about it, the clearer it became. It was right outside Celine's cabin where I was bitten that night. Ever since she showed up, Celine seemed to know way too much about vampires, constantly praising my strength like she was obsessed. What if she wasn't just helping me? What if she turned me into a vampire for her own reasons? The thought made my head spin. Could Celine be the one who bit me? Anger and suspicion bubbled up inside me. If Celine had really turned me into a vampire, she had ruined my life. And now I needed to know the truth. At midnight, I snuck up the mountain alone. The forest seemed to come alive in the darkness, shadows flitting between the trees, and I could feel every shift in the air. I sensed eyes on me, but when I glanced around, it was only a flock of crows, their black wings slicing through the moonlight. Standing in front of Celine's cabin, I knocked on the door, but there was no answer. Peering through the window, I saw the room was empty. She wasn't home. Just as I turned to leave, a flicker of movement in the distance caught my attention. It wasn't the wind, and it wasn't an animal. I glided over the grass. As I got closer, the air grew thick with dread, and then my eyes locked onto something horrifying. Something I never expected to see.
Come with me. You don't have to do that.
But
No, you must stay with me.
Jasmine won't follow
anyone. Ah! Stop!
Huh? Hello, I'm Jasmine. Sorry to make you guys see my bad self. I just had a horrible nightmare. Why am I so scared? I will tell you now. I will tell you from the beginning. But before I continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I was born in a family of artists with my grandparents who were famous violinists. As a result, my parents, like father like son, became famous artists behind hundreds of legendary songs.
You are our only daughter, our greatest asset.
Ever since I was little, I've been traveling with my parents around the world, and I love that. Art runs through my veins too. But I was passionate about painting instead of music. It was a long story then, I swear. It was like those freaky situations we watched in K-drama series. You will become the best violinist of all time. Music flows in you. My parents tried so hard to make me love music. They sent me to big conservatories with good teachers. But no, I couldn't. And my parents gradually felt despair. I didn't understand why. Even I thought that I was a dumb kid, the black sheep in my family. I just loved drawing. I could spend all day with crayons. But my parents couldn't understand my work.
What is that?
Do we really look that bad?
I knew it. They didn't understand the meaning of the picture I drew. I didn't even know how to explain it to them. But at least they stopped forcing me to take music classes that I didn't like. And most of all, I had Jason, a guy who lived a few blocks away from my house.
Hey, Bunny, it's for you.
Wow, what is that?
Just check it out.
Don't tell me you gave me my favorite paintbrush? Ah! Jason was an energetic guy, and he loved playing pranks on me. But I consider him my best friend. We were born on the same day, in the same hospital, and have been close friends since we were toddlers.
If you're not married after 30, I'll propose to you.
Keep on dreaming. But Jason is a very emotional person, and I love to talk with him. And one more thing, we share the same interests.
We are special, and so are our paintings. They can't be seen with naked eye. They're made to be felt by soul. I'm very proud of what I'm doing. How about you?
Yeah, me too. But it's just, I'm really not sure.
Don't worry. Anyhow, I'll be by your side.
I lay on the grass beside Jason. This is probably the most peaceful time of my life. But I didn't know that there was a storm coming that changed my life forever. He's Nathan, a mature, handsome man, and he was the one who saw my talent. He is my parents' friend's son, a few years older than me. One day, they came to my house and we had dinner together.
Nathan is a brilliant art teacher who attended the Columbus College of Art and Design.
You are the pride of us.
Thank you. You are the ones I admire.
Then we raised our glasses. When everyone was talking, I couldn't keep my eyes off Nathan. I never believed in love at first sight, but I thought I have a crush on this man. I mean, he was talented and sweet. I want to study painting. Can you teach me? Everyone was silent for a few seconds, and it made me blush. Jasmine, what the heck are you talking about? I could feel the smoke come out of my head as all eyes turned on me.
Oh, of course. I'm honored.
Aw, I thought my heart melted because of his sweetness.
But first, I want to look at your painting.
Yeah, of course. Maybe after dinner?
Don't be too nervous, little Jasmine. Friends?
Yes, thank you. I didn't look him in the eye when we talked. I thought I'll get an electric shock if I did that. After clearing the dinner table, I took Nathan into my room to show him my work. I was actually quite shy when a guy walked into my pink room.
Such a cute room. Picasso's paintings. You admire him?
Yes, I have loved his paintings since I was 5 years old. I rummaged through my paintings on the table, but when I turned to give them to Nathan, I stepped on a paintbrush and tripped. Ouch! Nathan caught me before my head hit the floor, and we looked at each other for a few seconds. The silence made me all the more embarrassed.
You know what? I'm kind of worried that my students will be jealous if I show favoritism to you. Because maybe you will become the best student in my class.
I'll take that as a compliment, Mr. Harris.
Obviously. But outside the school, you can call me Nathan.
I would attend his class tomorrow, and now I couldn't sleep. I imagined the scenario of doing what I liked with the person I loved. It was out of this world. He would hold my hand to teach me to draw. My heart felt like it was going to explode in my chest when I thought we were going to have a wedding. I even wondered what my baby's name would be with the last name Harris. Suddenly, I was startled when the phone suddenly rang. It was a message from Jason. When I got to class the next day, Nathan opened the door to greet me.
Welcome to my class. I hope I get to know everyone soon. He won't be shy, because she has me here.
Nathan was so surprised to see Jason. Jason is my best friend. He is also very good at drawing. So, Mr. Harris...
It's okay. Come in. I'll introduce you two to everyone.
During class, Jason kept teasing me like the way he used to. Jason, give me that paintbrush over there.
I never knew you liked these boring classes. Look, I haven't got any idea for my assignment. Can I draw you?
It's your business. I didn't want to bother Nathan, so I tried to keep Jason quiet in class. I peeked at him and saw that he seemed to be looking at me. He was smiling while his fingers were dancing on the canvas. My face suddenly turned red again. I liked him, and maybe he liked me too?
Hey, honey bunny, is there something wrong with your brain? Why is your body hot and your face turned red? I think I'll get burned if I sit next to you. Why don't we get out of this boring place to find somewhere to chill?
Come on, Jason. I have to prove to my parents that I'm as talented as them.
What made you change your mind? You...
Don't mind much. Just do well on your test. Nathan has signed me up for a drawing competition, which would be held at the end of next month. From that day on, I went to drawing class every day to practice for the contest. I knew my parents felt reassured to see their daughter working so hard. The relationship between me and Nathan grew closer and closer. I tried to make as much personal space for us as possible. I came to class early and purposely stayed late until everyone had left. As planned, he would offer to take me home.
Time to go home. It's not safe for a cute girl to be left alone in class. I'll drive you home, if you don't mind. I have a few gifts wanting to send to your parents.
Yes! The fish was getting caught on the hook! Now it was all about my ingenuity. Yes, Mr. Harris. I mean, Nathan. I spoke up to break the silence. Nathan, have you ever fallen for a student?
I respect everyone who's studying with me.
No, I mean, like, a couple.
I can't do my job well if I'm emotionally involved. That was the rule I made for myself. But it's a shame. Yes, I've fallen for one of my students.
Oh my god! I knew it! I knew he liked me too. Come on, Jasmine! Tell him about your feelings! You can do it! Confess it and you two will become a couple!
We've reached your home. I got to get this thing to your parents. See you in class tomorrow. The contest will take place in a few days. Are you spiritually prepared for that day?
Yes, of course. See ya. I missed the chance to confess my feelings. But that's okay. I will do it tomorrow. Certainly. I bought a pair of tickets for tomorrow's Picasso exhibition at the City Museum. One ticket would be mine, and the other, I would give it to Nathan. I knew it was weird if girls confess their feelings first, but we are living in the 21st century, and we are fighting every day for gender equality. No one cares who confesses first, right? As long as we have love. The class that day lasted 3 hours, but I thought it was a century long. Why does time seem to slow down when we await something? You can go first. I have to finish this work.
Don't come back home too late. Call me if needed.
Out of sight, I walked over to Nathan, holding an exhibition ticket in hand. As I approached and his shoulder gradually appeared behind the easel, I noticed that he was sleeping. The blinding shafts of light shone through the glass windows, casting faint streaks of sunlight on his face. He looked so beautiful. I stood there and looked at him for a while until I remembered what I needed to do. I went over to place the ticket on the small table beside him. But when I turned around and accidentally looked at the picture he was in the midst of painting, I was dumbfounded. The guy in the picture? None other than Jason, my best friend. I didn't know how to tell you, but the world around me then collapsed. The darkness was swallowing me. My heart was beating so fast it felt like it was going to explode in my chest. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't believe what I was going through. The person I loved my best friend. I ran away from there immediately. I didn't know how far I had to run. Only when my legs fell apart, I stopped under a big tree. I cried like a child. My first love ended up before it really began.
I won't let anyone hurt you. I've been worried ever since you said you wanted to attend the art class that night. I followed you every day. I know you like Mr. Harris, but I don't know what made you cry when you ran out of the classroom. But no matter what happens, I will always be by your side.
Jason didn't know the truth, and I didn't know how to tell him either. I didn't go to class for a few days after that. I was not in the mood to draw or something. I turned off my phone because I didn't want to talk to anyone, not even Jason.
Jasmine, come here and talk to me, please.
The contest would be held tomorrow, and I was not sure if I wanted to go or not. That night, I turned on my phone and received so many texts from Jason. And there was a message from Nathan.
Please show up tomorrow. For me.
When I arrived in the next morning, I found Jason sitting in the front row.
Jasmine, try your best. Jasmine is number one.
I smiled at him. It was a rare smile after a few days I was in tears. I would do my best for Nathan and for Jason. I got second in that city art competition that day, and Jason rushed up to the stage and gave me a hug. This time, I returned his warm hug.
It's so amazing. Well done, Jazz.
When my parents came and gave me congratulatory bouquets, I suddenly saw Nathan. He just stood silently looking at me from afar and smiled. Then he disappeared into the crowd. A few days later,
I heard that Nathan's going to Germany.
did he leave again? He's only been home for a few months.
His father said that he wants to pursue his dream of becoming a world-famous abstract artist.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, a famous artist. Are you surprised? But this is my fiancé, Jason. We are engaged and plan to get married next June.
So I don't have to wait until you turn 30 to marry you? Did you send Mr. Harris our wedding invitation?
Yes, he will come to our wedding with his boyfriend.
What? Really? Why didn't I realize it when I was in his class?
I'll keep it a secret. Mr. Harris and I will keep that secret for each other, like a promise.